Hey YouTubers, it's Casual706 here with another Transformers unboxing slash review. We're having a really rainy day today, so what better way to bring sunshine to the day than to open a toy. Today I have Transformers Combiner Wars Sunstreaker. Now Sunstreaker is from Wave 4 of Combiner Wars. They're suggesting to combine him with Ultimate Optimus Prime. And you see he's just a remake of the original Sunstreaker, yellow Lamborghini-esque kind of vehicle here. We see with the packaging there's a comic book in the background with just an art depiction of Sunstreaker here. And on the back of the package they have a depiction of him in his robot and his car mode. Now in the top left hand corner there is a very small bio. The bio reads, "A combiner robot needs contributions from every bot that forms it, and Optimus Maximus is no different. Optimus Prime can bring the courage, Prowl can provide the strategy. Sunstreaker, question, he makes this combiner look good." So as we see, we just have him in his vehicle mode and his robot mode. They say it's going to be 12 steps to change him from robot to car and vice versa. And they show him depicted with Optimus Maximus here as an arm for that character. And they show him with his fellow Wave 4 teammates. Alright, so now that we've taken a look at the packaging, we're going to go ahead and open this guy up and see what we got toy-wise. So upon opening the toy, as with most Combiner Wars figures, we get an instruction manual and we also get a comic book. Now the comic book just has a depiction of Sunstreaker on the cover, and looks like that. And then on the back we have an extended bio for the character. Now I'm not actually going to read that out for you. If you want, you can pause the video and try to read it if you want to, or of course you can always pick up the toy and you'll be able to sit down and enjoy reading it without any problems. Alright, so we're going to tuck that off to the side here, and I always fan the instruction booklet by the camera so you guys can take a look at that. So here's our instructions for Sunstreaker. I'm not gonna rely on these instructions too much because I'm kind of familiar with them. All the Combiner Wars toys are just kind of repaints of other characters, so they're pretty easy to figure out. The instructions are double-sided, so we're gonna fan the other side by here real quick. There's a Battle Core Optimus Prime with all the limbs combined to form Optimus Maximus. And here's the other side. They're showing you how to turn him into a leg or an arm for whatever just thought you choose to combine him with. Alright, so now that we've looked at those, we're going to take a peek at the toy. Now the toy comes packaged with two weapons here. There's going to be a gun sword type deal. That can either be displayed like this, forward, so that it'd be a gun like that, or of course it has the other post here. You can put it in like that and he can use it as a sword. Now the toys are also coming packaged with these little hand slash foot pedal things. They can also be displayed as cannons with the characters. They just use this peg right here just to peg in. There we go. So you could of course use that as a blaster with the character like that. So I'm going to stick the weapons off to the side since we took a look at them. We're going to take a better look here at Sunstreaker. Now overall he does look very much like the G1 counterpart of Sunstreaker. See, he's got the little flared sides on the head there. Get a little closer for you to take a look at him. I think they did a pretty good job of it. And he still retains his Lamborghini kind of form there. Now, articulation with these guys, they do have a pretty wide range of motion. We'll start with the head. The head is going to have 360 degrees of rotation on it. Then at the arms here, at the shoulder, you can get it up like this. At that point, you're not going to get a full rotation because these little shoulder flares stop you from doing so. But you can, like with the arm straight up and down, you can get 360 degrees of rotation out of that. And of course, you'll also have the elbow joint here. There's going to be no hand articulation at all. It's just kind of pre-molded hand with the little weapon insert hole. The other arm is going to be the same as far as motion. You're going to get it up about that far, and you're going to get 360 degrees of rotation out of it if you have the arm in a downward position. Now there's also an elbow joint on it, and again, no hand articulation on this side. Same pre-mold with the weapon drill out. At the legs and hip area here, he's gonna have a little pivot on the hip to kind of bring it down, so you can kind of do, I don't know if you can see that or not, the hip kind of pivots around. I think that's probably for better arm movement when they're in combined mode. But the hip, you can rotate around 360 degrees. You can get it up pretty high. You could do some kicking type poses if you wanted to, like that. And he'll also have a knee joint right here, so you'll be able to bend that knee. And at the thigh, there's 360 degrees of rotation you can get on that. The other leg, same scenario. The hip kind of pivots both ways like that, so you can get the same range of motion out of the other leg. You'll be able to get it up pretty high like that. You can rotate it around 360 degrees. At that thigh, like right here, you're going to be able to rotate that around 360 degrees. And of course, he'll also have the knee joint there. That's what you're going to get articulation wise with the character. And I'm just going to spin him around so we can take a look. That's the back of the character, kind of hollowed out up here. You won't see the back of my character, so that really won't matter much to me. The front of the toy looks good and solid. He looks very much like the G1 counterpart. And the side here. Alright, so since we've gone over articulation, we're going to go ahead and transform this guy and get him into his car mode. So to start the transformation, the first thing we'll do is flip the head around to the back of the character. We're going to push these arms down kind of to the side to get them out of the way here, like that. Then that hood on the back here is going to flip up to the front of the car like that. There you go. So you get it like this. Then this right here is going to fold up. It's double joint. There's two hinges here, so you're gonna have to fold it up so that the head gets underneath the hood. And then it'll tab in right here a little bit. If you can see the little slit in there, it will tab in like that. Alright, now these arms, you're just going to fold those over underneath here. So it'll go like that. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. You're just going to fold that arm under and connect it there. And then this windshield should go ahead and collapse down into place, and it'll also tab. Then at the back legs, now the foot is going to fold up like that. This little fin slash heel spur is going to fold back that way. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. You're going to fold that way and fold the foot forward. Now the legs, you're actually going to have to push this down to the bottom of the leg. So it just kind of pulls out to the side here. Yeah, like that. You just kind of pull it out and push it forward at the same time. That's going to tab that into that side. And then over here we're going to do the same thing. You just kind of push this down. Like, it's a little tricky to get. There's a little hinge in here, so you got to kind of play with it to get it pushed together right. There you go. So it's like kind of in and forward, and then it'll snap together there. And the back will all tab together. Had to push mine kind of. Alright, so that's what you're going to get with Sunstreaker in his car mode. Now the wheels do roll around here. He's got some nice chrome rims on him. Metallic blue windshields. That's going to be the top of the toy, side of the toy, back of the toy. Mine isn't clipping together very well, but there we go. That's the back of the toy and the other side of the toy. And then that's what the bottom's going to look like. Did pretty good hiding everything up under there. And that's the top again with the fin and everything. And like I said, it does roll around and everything, so I think they did pretty good with the vehicle mode. Now these little weapons that came with it, you'll also be able to like peg them in. There's a little post right on top of the car here. So you peg that in. You can use it as a cannon on top of the car, like that. And then if you use that, there's not going to be a place for the sword unless you did something crazy like that or something. So you can ride around blasting. You can ride around with the blaster on top and the sword on the back, I guess. Or you could just take the blaster off and ride with the sword on top like that. So those are ways to display the weapons on it in vehicle mode. Alright, so we're going to show how to turn him into the limbs. So the first thing you would do is you're going to kind of separate this back again, because you got to get the hood to come down. You're going to want to pull this windshield up like that and just kind of get it out of the way. And you'll, since you got all that, yep, we'll pull all that forward here and close it up. Alright, so you end up like that. And then right here, there's a little tab at the top of this. You click that, and it's going to pull out the connector piece for the leg mode, if you do it like this. Alright, so once you've done it like that, there's a little tab on the bottom. This is already in foot mode, so you just tab it in there, and that's going to be the foot for a combiner. So that's how you do the leg mode of a combiner. Alright, and then to do an arm mode is just as easy. This little tab right here, you're just going to pull it to the side here. And then depending on how you would want to display it, some people would display it like that. Me personally, when I use them as an arm, I put the hood kind of up like that. So that would be there. And then this little foot tab is going to change up. You're just going to fold this forward. There's a little tab here. You untab the fingers, bring them out. And then depending if it's going to be a right arm, you can swivel the thumb over this way. Or if it's going to be a left arm, you can swivel the thumb over the other way. Now another thing with the combiners, I don't like the arms to be short and stubby. So I actually extend the legs out. Go ahead and extend them out and then tab it back together here if I can. I should. Yep. Alright, so this is how I actually do my arm mode. I stretch it out. And then I have it sideways so you have the better elbow there. So that's how I would display it in arm mode. Just so it's a little bit longer. Makes the adjust alts a little more impressive. And then as a leg mode, I would do the same thing. I'd keep the leg extended out, change that back to a foot pedal here, like that. And then I'd fold the hood down and pull the tab up. So I would do that for a leg mode. If I was to use this guy to combine it, I would do that. And again, it's just extending it, giving it a little more range of movement and a little more height on the combiner overall. So that would conclude my Transformers unboxing / review for Combiner Wars Sunstreaker. I'm going to get back to the rest of this rainy day. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to another one of my unboxing / reviews. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned to my channel for more Transformer unboxing reviews in the near future. Thanks again for the view, guys. Casual706, out.